everything's changing. Everything constantly changes. As a collector, for me, the biggest changes have always been format. You know, going from VHS, Laserdisc, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, and virtual reality immersion into the movie. Whatever the heck is coming next. And a lot of people ask me, whether it be within the channel or myself, why do I collect physical media? I mean, I love it. I've said plenty of times, it's like a throwback to the video store era, having something tangible. I feel that spending money on something shows that, one, you love it, two, you're taking a chance, and three, you're going to give it the respect it needs and when you sit down and watch it. Especially today, with the advent of streaming, we get the biggest counterpoint to physical media collecting. You know, people can turn on Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney, whatever, and have thousands of movies at their hand. But it's not the movies that I want to watch all the time. What I buy are things that I'm interested in checking out. And that's what I love about this. That's what I love about the whole collecting idea in general. When I started off collecting, it was all big movies. It was big Hollywood movies, and as I've grew older, my tastes have changed and it's went into various subgenres and different movies that aren't readily available, which I want. I want to watch movies that are going to challenge me, are a little bit older, that have different ideology about them, and just, you know, some things that aren't relevant on streaming services. And being a collector, I love the look and the feel of these discs in my hand. There is something rather enjoyable about getting a new box set through, opening it up, looking through the artwork, looking at the discs, looking at the booklets that come with it. There is more care within these sets these days that make it fun and enjoyable. There are down points to being a collector, and that is the fact that we collect the space, other things that I've talked about, the advent of streaming, the limited edition sets, all these things that complicate what should be a simple fun hobby, that always was a simple fun hobby. I think back to the VHS days. There weren't extras. You were buying the movie because you wanted the movie. It was simple, it was fun, it was having a collection of movies at home that were yours, that were just the movies. Now, DVD was great. You get the advent of all these extras, commentaries going on to it, and you start to find discs have more and more content on top of it. Great, it was a wonderful addition, getting to see making ofs that were a little bit more in depth, getting to see Robert Rodriguez's 10-minute film schools were just fantastic. Listening to filmmakers talk about why they made certain choices within a movie was wonderful. And then things get a little bit more complicated when we go to Blu-ray, and we get more and more extras, we get more better transfers of things, and we start to see, with the age of the boutiques, things becoming more complicated again as it comes about the packaging, the box, the book, all the extras that come with it, and we start to lose focus on the films. And as a film fan, that is the first and foremost thing that I want. Now, we all know I've got problems with FOMO, problems with limited editions, and I'm the first to put my hand up and say I wish I could practice what I preach more than I actually do. But at the heart of my collecting, I want a wide range of movies. I want movies that I can go and watch whenever I want. I want to have that library. I want to have the throwback to the video store days. I want to be able to go in there and maybe not even look for a movie to watch, but just look through at movies that give me memories of things that I watched with my dad, things that I watched with my kids, movies that take me back to dates that I had, maybe a first date with my wife or something. Movies have that kind of nostalgia about them. They also have that kind of memory tied in with a lot of movies, of things that I've watched, the experiences I've had with certain people. And I have seen me coming into the movie room, looking through the collection and just looking to see things and to see, oh wow, that I remember watching that with this person, that was a great time, this and that happened afterwards, and it gives you that kind of warm and fuzzy. It's not always just about having a disc and having the best, most expensive disc. Just having that memory there on the film can make something worthwhile in having. Physical media, I can't see it ever dying out. There's things that constantly come back into fashion. I can see the market becoming smaller and becoming more niche, but there's things come back, like vinyl coming back in a huge way. VHS coming back, which still baffles my mind because the quality is just not there. It just doesn't work. I don't get VHS myself, other than the nostalgia of going to the video stores, but we have a slimmer ideal of that now. I collect movies because at my heart I'm a film fan, because it reminds me of the best times that I've had throughout my life, which are all kind of tied to movies in some way or another. I collect movies because it's a passion. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and yes, I stress over certain things, and yes, I allow it to psychologically play with me many a time, but at the heart of it, it's a hobby. It's a hobby that isn't overly harming me, and it's something that I do love to do. One last thing about collecting, and this is something that I've talked a lot about, watching what you buy, and I do still believe in that, and I still watch everything I buy, but I don't ever want to have a collection where I've seen everything either. I want to have the idea of surprises in there. I want to know that there is always going to be a movie that can blow me away, that I might just stumble across. And although I'm trying to watch everything I buy new, it's because I've got a backlog of movies that I haven't watched as yet. But the possibilities of what could be in that are just wonderful and limitless. I could have a new favourite movie. I could have a new top 10 of favourite movies and unwatched discs alone, and that's exciting as a film fan. I only wish I had more time to watch things. I collect movies because it's just me. It's my defining passion in my life. Why do you collect them? Why is it something that's so passionate to you? I would love to know how you feel the future of physical media is going to continue. Will streaming take it over? Are we going to have to work in conjunction with that? Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.